the girl from Mullumbimby. Before the platinum plaques, before the red carpets, before the controversies, there was Amethyst Amelia Kelly. Born in Sydney and raised in Mullumbimby, Australia, Iggy Azalea grew up far from the epicenter of hip-hop. Her father was a painter and comic artist. Her mother cleaned holiday houses to support the family. There we know, privilegion. No safety net just ambition. As a teenager, Iggy became obsessed with American rap music. She studied Southern hip-hop, not casually, but intensely. She listened to artists like T.I., Missy Elliott, and Tupac. She memorized flows. She analyzed cadence. And at just 16 years old, she made a radical decision. She left Australia, alone, moved to the United States. No guarantee, no record deal. No plan B, just belief. Internet fame before it was cool. In the early 2010s, YouTube was still a frontier. Iggy released freestyle videos like Poo Dollar Dollar, Why and Two Times. The visuals were bold, provocative, attention-grabbing. People were confused. An Australian girl rapping in a southern US accent, but confusion created attention, and attention created momentum. In 2012, she released her mixtape Ignorant Art, which began turning heads in the underground scene. Then something major happened. T.I. noticed her. He signed her to Grand Hustle Records. Suddenly, the outsider had validation from one of hip-hop's heavyweights. The explosion, fancy era. Then came 2014, and everything changed. Fancy featuring Charlie XCX became a global phenomenon. #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, 7 consecutive weeks, multi-platinum certification. She became the first female rapper since Lauryn Hill to top the charts with a debut single. For a moment, Iggy Azalea wasn't controversial. She was unstoppable. Award nominations, BET Awards, MTV Awards, American Music Awards. She was everywhere. But success can be dangerous because the higher you rise, the harder the fall. The backlash, criticism began growing louder. Cultural appropriation accusations are questions about authenticity. Think pieces, Twitter debates, industry shade, the same internet that built her, turned on her comments. Media narratives shifted. Suddenly, she wasn't the new queen of rap. She was problematic. The backlash became relentless, and mentally, it took a toll. Iggy later admitted she experienced depression during this period. She stepped away from social media multiple times. The spotlight that once felt empowering became suffocating. Career turbulence, albums were delayed. Label issues emerged. Public feuds escalated. Her second studio album, Digital Distortion, faced repeated postponements and was eventually scrapped. Momentum faded. Critics declared her career over. But here's what many people missed. Iggy was learning something crucial. Ownership matters. Independence and business strategy. After leaving her major label situation, Iggy rebuilt independently. She launched her own label, Bad Dreams Records. This was a turning point. Instead of chasing industry approval, she focused on control, creative control, financial control, brand control. Her 2019 album In My Defense marked her independent era. While it didn't replicate fancy numbers, it demonstrated something else. She still had an audience, and more importantly, she had resilience, motherhood, and privacy. In 2020, Iggy revealed she had given birth to a son. She had kept the pregnancy completely private. In an industry addicted to exposure, she chose silence. Motherhood changed her priorities. Fame was no longer the center of her identity. Security was. Stability was. Financial independence was. The OnlyFans era, controversial but strategic. In 2023, Iggy made headlines again. She joined OnlyFans. Critics mocked her. Some called it desperation. But then numbers surfaced. She reportedly earned millions within months. Estimated earnings from the platform were widely reported to be in the multi-million-dollar range, potentially exceeding $20 million during her time there. This wasn't desperation. It was monetization. She leveraged her image or her audience without ease, no label craction. Direct revenue. For someone once burned by industry politics, this was a power move. Net worth and financial status. Iggy Azalea's estimated net worth has been reported in the range of $15 to $25 million, depending on assets, music royalties, touring revenue, and digital platform earnings. Her income sources include music sales and streaming, touring and performances, brand endorsements, songwriting royalties, OnlyFans revenue, investments and property. Despite public narratives about falling off, financially she has maintained stability. In fact, independence likely increased her profit margins. Where she is now. Recently, Iggy announced she is stepping back from music to focus on other ventures. She has expressed interest in creative directing, entrepreneurship, digital platform ventures, private investment projects. She has also hinted at exploring business outside of music entirely. Unlike her early years, she no longer seeks validation from charts. She seeks ownership, control, peace. The legacy question: was Iggy Azalea overhyped, underrated, misunderstood? Maybe all three. She broke barriers as a white Australian woman in American hip-hop. She faced backlash that few artists survive. She reinvented herself financially. She survived cancellation before cancellation culture had a name. And perhaps that is her real story. Not rise and fall, but rise, collapse, rebuild. Sources of income: music revenue, broadcast and royalty income from hits like Fancy, Black Widow, problem album sales and past tours, independent period revenue. Higher profit margin through own record label. Sales of major recordings reported to have sold their catalog in 2022. These sales are estimated to be in dollars globally. OnlyFans Heaven 2023. Millions reported within months of joining the platform. Some industry estimates suggest total earnings may have approached $20 million. No officially verified figures. Brand collaborations. Agreements with fashion and cosmetic brands. Social media sponsorships. Not important. Celebrity net worth estimates. Based on publicly available contracts. Press reports. Real estate listings. Industry estimates. Cannot be sustained and fully verified. However, based on current circumstances, Iggy Azalea is financially strong and has increased income control, particularly thanks to her independent moves. Iggy Azalea's journey isn't a fairy tale. It's a case study. About fame, about backlash, about reinvention, about ownership. She may not dominate headlines the way she once did, but she no longer needs to, because the loudest success is the kind that doesn't require applause. And whether history sees her as a pop phenomenon, a controversial figure, or a savvy businesswoman, one thing is certain: Iggy Azalea was never just a moment. She was a lesson. From ashes to legend, every story has a rhythm. You just have to listen deeply.